Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Pre-market preparations, November 16th, 2023. How's everybody doing? Say hi, don't be shy, let me know who's with me, so you'll not feel alone. How are you today? How was your trading week so far? Very interesting trading week so far. Let's put here once again US 500 and the 15 minutes time frame. Hi there, Yosef. Thank you very much for joining. Appreciate you taking your time to join me. Hi, Amir. Hi, Buko, Darmon, Stanislav, Rafael. The gang is here. Darmon, hi. Thank you very much for joining. Hi, Leah. Great to see you here. Hi, Michael. How's everything doing? How's your trading week? How is everybody doing? So you see here, as usual, futures 2 hours time frame. As you can see, the 44.93, very important area of support. Few days already since Tuesday, now it's already Thursday. So since CPI numbers, we had this bullish run, and since then, basically moving sideways between the 44.93 and the 45.21. This is how it looks on the 15 minutes time frame. It's always good, and it's a must. It's not only good, it's a must to take and watch price action on multi-time frames. Few minutes ago, I posted on the premium room that I took short on the SPY futures based on this candle. But I broke my own rule and I did not wait for the 44.93 to break to the downside on a higher time frame. So, few minutes later, maybe, let me see, I closed it. Here you can see it. Everything we do and everything I do, as you can see, pre-market SPY short. 6 minutes later, didn't work out. I closed it. If you want to join the Fibonacci Traders premium room, check the links in the description below. You are more than welcome. We are day trading, swing trading, sharing ideas. Hi, Michael, Ophir, Asaf, Ofer, Faiz, Ingrid, Nadav. Thank you very much for joining. I think today it's 8:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 p.m. my time, China time. Thursday, 9:30 p.m. These are my trading hours. This is my working hours. I think from next week we will continue with this hour. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Let me know, what do you think about this hour? Or you want to change it back to 8 a.m. Hi, Nadav. Hi, Ronen. So basically for now, on the futures, nothing much. We need to wait and see where price will take us. We can start taking slowly long above the 45.05, back to the 45.20, short below the 44.93, and then we have all these levels to the downside. Some kind of a cool off will be very interesting, very healthy. As you can see on the SPY and the daily, we had a bull run since October lows until yesterday, almost 10% to the upside. 450, very important area of resistance. It was resistance over here, and in the past 2 days, resistance. Bulls need to defend Tuesday lows, below Tuesday lows, the closing below Tuesday lows, and we will head back, closing this gap at the 441.50. QQQ, we will make, as usual, we make a quick recap on yesterday's market. If you want more in-depth, you are more than welcome to check this link, as I every day. Every day, 12 a.m. Eastern Time, I post the stock market recap. I go over all these names. QQQ went all the way back to July highs and got rejected. And as you can see, we are at the top border of an uptrend channel. We have also this line over here. Let's see if we can break up above, but some kind of a cool off, sliding down on this yellow trend line back to the 380, and then next leg up, Dow Jones continuing its way to the upside. Now 348 together with this red line needs to hold. As you can see, we don't even need Fibonacci. Why? Because we have trend lines. We have this red line that shows us on a lower time frame since September, we had higher highs. And we had this green trend line that shows us the lower highs since peak of August. Now, where price might be heading next? Now you can look left. All this area where price is now, support, resistance, and yesterday resistance. Let's see if bulls of the Dow can break up above and close the week above it. If so, next week we will see 356 to the upside. IWM, if you are a pattern trader, you can see some kind of inverted head and shoulders, but you know me, you know Fibonacci traders, we don't rely on patterns because patterns are not reliable. Why they are not reliable? Because everyone can see whatever they want. We can argue whether it's inverted head and shoulders, whether it's cup and handle, whether it's a bull flag, rising wedge. The only thing we can not argue, the only thing that is a universal truth is candlesticks, pure price action. Nobody can argue that this is a downtrend. Nobody can say that this is an uptrend. This is a bounce. Nobody can say that this is a downtrend. This is the universal truth that we need to accept and learn on multi-time frames. This is why also we use trend lines. Trend lines helps us to identify the trend. This major downtrend broke on Tuesday. Yesterday went all the way to the 180. Look left. No need Fibonacci. 180. Why the 180? It was very important area of support. So by natural things of price action, it becomes resistance. With this kind of a doji, can bulls continue its way, make some kind of an inside candle here today, filling this week with an inside candle, and then tomorrow and maybe next week, continuation to the upside. What else do we have? Apple, 2 consecutive dojis. Apple needs to relax. Bulls of Apple, same as the rest of the market, needs to take some rest, maybe today and tomorrow. Bulls of Apple will take some rest, closing this gap at the 186 before the next leg up. Tesla yesterday 2.3% to the upside, bullish continuation. 237 needs to hold this gap at the 242. If you remember, we talked about the gap at the 242. Yesterday got filled. Now 237 needs to hold. Below it, 225. But for now, looks like Tesla wants to go and retest the 250. All this area, the 250 and this crossroads between two trend lines. Let's clean the chart and you see why trend lines are the true support resistance for future price action. You have this trend line that still is a resistance for the lower highs since peak of July. You have this white trend line that shows us this low, higher low, higher low. From support, it will become resistance. So this area, this crossroads, the 256 area will become a very tough resistance. Shopify with 3.5% to the upside. Here you have Fibonacci channels over here, trend lines, Fibonacci trend lines. As you can see, they hold the trends. So, as long as Shopify is inside between these two trend lines, maybe breaking up and above towards this trend line, and then to this trend line, but the trend is up. What else do we have? Nvidia yesterday with an engulfing candle, an outside candle. 500 continues to be a very tough resistance for Nvidia. Look left. In August, Nvidia bulls tried 4 times, got rejected, gave up. Now, this is the second candle, second time that Nvidia is trying to break above the 500. If bulls of Nvidia will give up, we will see retracement at least to the 455 before the next leg up, bullish continuation, and we might even see 580 by the end of this year. What else interesting we have? TAN, very interesting price action. Yesterday we talked about it, but it closed with a doji. Today I want to see the 45 area holding. It was a support over here, resistance, resistance. I want to see this area holding as support, and then next leg up towards the 48 together with this trend line. We have triple M, very interesting price action. We have this white trend line on the short term since October 3rd, we have higher highs, which means triple M is in an uptrend. Now let's see this area, the 95 area holding as support before the next leg up towards the higher time frame resistance, this yellow line. Very interesting. AI, also very interesting. 2 consecutive dojis, but I don't like dojis. I don't like dojis. Why? Because dojis represents an indecision in the market. And as you can see, yesterday is a perfect example of an indecision. Went up, back down. Go to the 65 minutes, and here you have it. First candle of the 65 went up, very bullish sentiment, and then slowly, bulls gave in, took some profits, and bears came strong. Now, let's see this gap at the 2770 getting filled, and then next leg up, 3080, and then 3365. So, who did I miss? Hi Nadav, hi Ronen. Nadav, what do you think about XLE? It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what the market thinks. And for now, the market, what is the opinion from the market on XLE? What do we see? Lower lows, lower highs. It is the definition of a downtrend. This is support, but it is a bad support. There is such thing as a bad support or a good resistance. In this case, it's a bad support. Why? Because it supports the lower lows. And as long as we have lower lows, we're going down. We had a gap at the 85.40, 85.50 yesterday, closed the gap, and, not surprising, closed the gap and boom to the downside. When you see a gap, we know that more than 85% chance, 90% chance even, that this gap will get filled, and then price will go to the other side. Yesterday, perfect example. Look here. We had a gap here. This candle went all the way down, closed the gap, and boom to the upside. So once you see a gap, you can trade a gap, but it's very dangerous trading gaps. It's part of the Fibonacci Academy one-on-one program or the pre-recorded online program. We talk about gaps and how to trade them. But now XLE goes to the downside. So today we have a red market. I don't know. For now, looks good. Did you had some kind of a report? Which report came out? The jobless. Let's see. Which report came out? Market likes this report. Jobless claim came out. Can somebody tell me which report came out? Let's see. Bloomberg. What Bloomberg say? I don't see any reports. US import price index. Okay. US Philadelphia, Fedman, I don't understand about these reports, but it looks like, here it is. US initial jobless claim, actual, 231. I'll put it here. US initial jobless claim, actual 231K versus 217, which means more people looking for jobs. And the market likes it. Why? Because it is inflation is going down, which means less and less probability that we will see more rate hikes in the near future. What else? High Offic. So for now we have green, as I can see it. We are almost green on all indices. What else? Hi Ofek, can you please tell me something that bothers me? Okay, let me know, Ofek. What is bothering you? How do you know where to cut losses and swing? Let's take an example on HSY, Hershey. I entered 2 days ago and she went south. What do you think should we do? First, as we learn, stop loss. Did you put a stop loss? Like we know, like we have been talking about, the only thing we have full control of is stop loss. Once you enter the trade, where did you put your stop loss? Did you follow the ATR? Did you follow Fibonacci? Did you put a stop loss? If not, it's a big problem. Because once we put on a trade, we must put our stop loss. We never go in a trade without putting a stop loss. So let's say if you entered at the 195 area, I know this trade, we took it together. If you entered at the 195, 196, you look at the ATR. ATR says 3.5. Your entry price minus ATR, there should be your stop loss, a little bit more. Let's say we like to add 10% to the ATR, so it's the entry price, in this case minus 3.8, and there is your stop loss. And until your stop loss did not hit, no need to panic. I hope it answered your question, and you can also put according to the Fibonacci. If you entered already here, next level will be below, we entered over here. So below the 192.70, somewhere here, should be your stop loss. I hope I answered your question. And I know you have another question. Let's talk about PayPal. PayPal, we entered this swing long 2 days back. I want to see 56.63 holding a support before the next leg up towards the 60 gap. Now, once, no, you know what? No need the apple. Once this gap will get filled, I know with 90% 95% chance that price will go to the downside, whether to the 59 or the 58, because once gaps are getting filled, we will get some kind of a reverse on price action. So once PayPal will close the gap, I will take out some profits. Once PayPal will continue above this gap, above the 60-80, I will add some more. I will add it back. Why? Because I know that the next resistance is the 64. This is what we do. This is what we did during our course. This is what we learn on the one-on-one live mentorship and on the online program. And this is what we're talking about each and every day on our live, each and every day during hours in the premium room. Now, I held Apple until yesterday. Apple was long on my swing longs. Yesterday, I closed it. Why? Because 2 consecutive dojis after this bull run, we know that some kind of a pullback might happen. Maybe not. But with experience, with watching time, screen time, trading experience, even if Apple will continue to the upside, I don't care. I'm not chasing it. Why? Because I closed it yesterday. I want to see how Apple will close today and how Apple will close the week. Next week, Monday, we will reassess it. This is how we know how to close swing. 2 consecutive dojis. Bullish. Very bullish run. As you can see over here also. If you took swing on Apple over here and you closed it over here, perfectly fine. Because here you have also 2 dojis. It went back up, but not much. 4 points to the upside after major 15 points. From here, let's say you took Apple over here until here, you have almost 15 points to the upside. So you missed another 4. So what? It happens. You can never squeeze the lemon until the end. You will never catch the top. You will never catch the bottom. You need between 70 to 80% of a trend to catch, and you are perfect. Eli, hi Tamir, why can't I find the indicator you're using? Which indicator? Fibonacci. It's here. Fibonacci retracement. The ATR? Go here. Indicators. ATR. And here you have it. Average, true range. These are the 2. It's not indicators. It's Fibonacci is not an indicator. ATR is not an indicator. ATR is a calculator. For what? It gives us the volatility of price action and the time frame and the name that we are trading. If I want to trade Apple on the 15 minutes, it gives me that the volatility of Apple on the 15 minutes, average volatility is 0.41. If I want to swing trade Apple on the weekly, it tells me that the volatility on Apple, average 14 last candles, is 8. So if I'm going long on Apple at the 188 and I put my stop loss below this candle, which is 184, it's less than 8. Most likely, my stop loss will get hit. Check the Fibonacci Academy playlist. We have a special video on how to use the ATR. What else do we have? DoorDash. What's going on with DoorDash? Uptrend continuation, very strong. Nice gap up post earnings. Where to next? Broke above the 93. 93 was the peak of July. Broke up and above it. Now 93 needs to hold the support. Next leg up towards the 100. You have a slight gap over here. Be careful. You have this gap over here. Be careful. But As long as you know how to manage your risk, you are good to go for long. What else? XP. XP. Let's take Fibonacci. Swing high, swing low. Now struggling with the 50% retracement. 2230 needs to hold. If you are already long on XP, and it's a matter of when you went long on XP, manage your risk according to the levels to the downside and the ATR. Long continuation, daily close above the 2320 towards this gap over here. And you know what happens when gaps are getting filled. What else? Yep, David, this is good. This is good to the Fed because the Fed CPI numbers are good to the Fed. Jobless claims higher than expected. Good to the Fed. What else? High offer. Thank you very much for joining. Michael wants ACGL. ACGL. We have this trend line. I don't remember when we drew this trend line, but this trend line is holding for now, breaking down another out of the trade if you're long. If you want to go short, daily close below this one, maybe 2 days below this red line, and you're good to go to short. Take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. Here you have below the 81.65, all the levels to the downside for future support. If you're already long on ACGL, this is the time to manage your risk, maybe take some profits home. If you're looking to go long on ACGL, I would wait for a bounce, same as did here, maybe a bounce same as did here, but it's not the time to go long on ACGL. HD, also on my watch list. Yesterday, I want to see continuation above the 308 towards the 318. 300, 301, it needs to hold as support. It was support over here, resistance over here. Now, needs to hold the support. I have some noise. Now better. Had some noise from my speakers, I don't know why. Let me know that you hear me good. So, HD, long continue. HD basically looking very good. If you are a pattern trader, pattern seeker, you can see an inverted, some kind of inverted head and shoulders. Long continuation above 308 towards 319 and then 332. What else do we have? Can you take a look on ZTO? ZTO, we use it here. It's like FedEx, but in China mainland, they have earnings today. Did they report? ZTO earnings. Where's the earnings for ZTO? Here's the earnings. EPS 0.38, revenue 1.41, pre-market now going down 1.3% to the downside. If you want to go long, in my opinion, only above 2480. This area, very tough resistance. Support, resistance. Next support is a 23. Short below, long above. Make it simple. What else do we have? CRDO. You want to go short on CRDO. Why? Why go short? It's now into a very difficult area of resistance, but nobody says it will go down. Long continuation above 1763 towards the 19. You want to go short wait for a break below 1665, and then you have all the levels to the downside, future support, and you have 2 more weeks or so until earnings. Pay attention for earnings. Thank you, Amir. You're more than welcome, David. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Any other requests? And look at here, we are green. Q's on the 0, IWM on the 0, Dow on the 0, SPY going up 0.1 pre-market. Some kind of an inside day on the markets today will be very healthy. Bank of America, BAC, yesterday we went long because it broke above the 29, this green line basically, broke above it. It was resistance over here, resistance over here. Yesterday broke above it. Now our risk is just below the 29.26. I want to see long continuation above this, towards this gap at the 30.80. What else interesting do we have to watch? PLTR, I know you like. 3 consecutive dojis. You know this orange trend line. We talked about this orange trend line few days back, few weeks back. And here we have it. 3 consecutive dojis. Struggling to break above this orange trend line. Some kind of a cool off. 1970 needs to hold this support. We can take Fibonacci from here. Then to the 19. This will be a very important area of support. Below it, in my opinion, 17.22. If you're not long yet on PLTR, this is not the time to go long. If you're already long on PLTR, this is the time to manage your risk a little bit more tight. Maybe take some profits home. Don't close, never close 100% of your position because you don't know. And basically, no one knows what will happen next. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, PLTR will continue to the 22, maybe to the 26. You never know. Leave some money on the table so you won't miss if the next leg up. Paulo Alto. Pan W also had earnings today, no? Pan W. Post earnings. Going down as I can see. Very nasty. 7.5% going towards this yellow trend line. If you want to go long on Palo Alto, this is not the time. Short continuation below this yellow trend line towards the 224 and then closing this gap at the 211. What else do we have? Last but not least, Wells Fargo for Rafael. Wells Fargo, same as Bank of America. This white line from resistance now needs to hold the support. And then next leg up towards the 43.70. Long continuation. And then we have this gap over here. Nice. All the KREs, XLFs. Pretty nice for long. What else? Just join. How do you think the market will react about today? I don't know. But for now, let's take a look on this one. This is the SPY 15 minutes, including extended hours. What do we see here? What do you see here? Browning formation. The only true pattern in trading is Browning formation. Got rejected, going down. Doesn't necessarily, it will not necessarily go down all the way to the white line, but for now it's inside a Browning formation. Now you can take Fibonacci And until proven otherwise, SPY will go up and down inside this broadening formation. Nobody knows what will happen next. The only thing we have to follow is price and use Fibonacci, trend lines, and ATR to manage our risk. That's it. Don't think of yourselves as traders. Think of yourselves as risk managers. You manage the risk. That's it. And you, this red line, very tough resistance. Yesterday, gap down post earnings. You want to go long or short? I will not do nothing. Not long, not short. I don't like this kind of price action. I just don't. Too many dojis, too many inside candles. Not much of a price action. Very risky. You want to go long above 840 towards the gap, short below 790, and then you have all the levels to the downside. What do you mean bears or bulls? No one knows. Gustavo, my friend, no one knows. We follow price. That's it. We follow price. Don't be biased. Don't be a bull. Don't be a bear. Be both. Follow price. And ask yourself, what will happen if price will break below the 44.93? Ask yourself, what will happen if price will break above 45.20? Above this, am I bullish or bearish? Below this, am I bullish or bearish? That's it. Once price is breaking the downside, it's bearish. Breaking to the upside, it's bullish. But never be a pig. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. So thank you very much for joining this live. I had a great time. If you did also, like, subscribe, share with friends, help me grow this channel. Until the next video, until the next live, trade safe, and more importantly, please keep safe.